long before Africa was sliced apart by strangers, long before colonial flags covered kingdoms older than Rome, long before your map of Africa was drawn by men who had never walked Africa. Africa was a world without borders, a world of 10,000 kingdoms, each with its own laws, drums, gods, warriors, markets, and monarchs. Picture this: a time when horses thundered across the Sahel like rolling storms, when bronze-clad queens commanded armies feared from the Niger River to the Atlantic, when stone cities rose like monuments to the sky, built without mortar, standing centuries later, when gold dust flowed through markets as casually as grain, when salt was wealth, iron was power, and land was worshipped like a living ancestor. This was the Africa hidden from your history classes, an Africa where Mali's universities attracted scholars from Spain, Morocco, Persia, and Egypt. Ethiopia's kings wrote manuscripts when Europe was still fighting for literacy. Uganda's political system impressed British explorers more than the European monarchies they came from. The Congo Kingdom traded with Asia, Arabia, and Brazil long before colonial borders existed. Zimbabwe's stone towers baffled Europeans so deeply they made up lies to avoid admitting Africans built them. At night, the continent Europeans later called dark glowed with stars so bright you could read your future in them. The land hummed with voices, the drums of Buganda carrying messages across valleys, the bronze bells of Benin calling warriors to council, the chants of Congo priests invoking ancestors, the desert horns of Ghana announcing the arrival of caravans, the mountain hymns of Abyssinia echoing across the highlands. Africa was not waiting for Europe. It was thriving, it was feared, it was wealthy. But then came the pens, the treaties, the flags, the borders. Kabu became Gambia, Dahomey became Benin, Abyssinia became Ethiopia, Congo became DR Congo, Gold Coast became Ghana, Buganda became Uganda, Ndongo became Angola, Rhodesia became Zimbabwe. Ancient nations vanished under new names, but the land remembers, the spirits remember, the ancestors remember, and tonight you will remember too. What if I told you the map of Africa is a lie? What if the names you see today, Ghana, Uganda, Zimbabwe, Angola, are only the shadows of worlds far older, richer, and more powerful than Europe ever imagined? Sit close. The ancestors are watching. Let me open the gates to the kingdoms before the renaming. Ethiopia, Abyssinia, the empire that defeated Europe. Before Ethiopia, there was Abyssinia, a mountain empire that refused to kneel. Its people worshipped Wak, the sky god, before Christianity, older than the Vatican, took root. Ethiopian monks copied books by hand, preserved languages, and raised stone churches carved from the earth itself. Their markets overflowed with gold, iron, rare spices, coffee, ivory. Their wealth drew traders from Arabia, Egypt, Persia, and India. Their kings were legends: Ezana, the lion-hearted, Menelik, the son of Solomon and Sheba, if stories hold truth, Zara Yaqub, who ruled with wisdom and iron, but the world remembers one, Menelik II, who in 1896 defeated the Italian Empire at the Battle of Adwa. Europe expected an easy victory. Instead, they met mountain warriors who charged like thunder, wearing lion skins and carrying rifles imported with gold. Italy fell. Europe trembled. Africa celebrated. Abyssinia survived colonization, one of the few African nations to do so. Its old name faded, but its pride never died.
Ghana Empire,
before the Gold Coast. The original Ghana Empire rose far to the north, where gold grew like crops, and kings wore robes threaded with shimmering dust. Their gods, Bidar, Wagadu, and the spirits of iron guided their warriors. Their king, the Kaya Maghan, sat on a throne of gold, surrounded by dogs with collars made of solid gold. Their cities echoed with traders speaking languages from Morocco, Spain, Egypt, Mali, the Sahara. Ghana controlled the gold routes. Europe had none. But the Almoravid invaders came, hungry for the gold fields. War, chaos, trade collapse. The Golden Empire fell. Centuries later, the British stole its glory and renamed the coast Gold Coast. And modern Ghana chose the ancient name as a symbol of rebirth, the phoenix of West Africa. Dahomey, the Benin of warrior queens. Before Benin Republic, there was Dahomey, a kingdom built on fire, iron, and the Vodun gods. Their most feared force was the Agojie, the women warriors of Dahomey. Not assistants, not helpers, but frontline fighters. They trained in fire. They slept on stone. They fought with machetes sharp enough to split shields. Their king, Agaja, built an empire through strategy and blood. Their gods, Maulisa, Sakpata, Hevioso, were living powers in their daily lives. Their wealth came from palm oil, iron, cloth, and yes, the slave trade, a dark legacy that still sparks debate. For centuries, no European dared attack Dahomey, but France brought cannons. The Agojie fought to the last breath. Dahomey fell, and its name was replaced with Benin, but its legends still walk. The Mali Empire, land of Mansa Musa. Mali was an empire of gold, universities, cavalry, and mystical power. Its gods, Pharaoh of the waters and Niamey of the sky, ruled before Islam came and blended with tradition. Under Sundiata Keita, Mali rose after defeating the tyrant Sumanguru Kante, a king said to possess magical powers. But the world remembers Mansa Musa, the richest man who ever lived. When he journeyed to Mecca, he gave out so much gold that he caused economic collapse in Cairo for 12 straight years. Timbuktu became a city of scholars. The Sankore University attracted students from Asia, Arabia, and Europe. But rival clans fought for power. Trade routes shifted. Invaders came. French Sudan replaced Mali, and only in modern times did the nation reclaim its ancient name. Great Zimbabwe, the stone city they tried to hide. Great Zimbabwe was not a village. It was a stone metropolis, built with engineering Europe could not explain. Massive granite walls, 20,000 tons of stone built without mortar. Patterns carved with precision. Towers shaped like ancient codes. The people worshipped Mwari, the supreme god. They traded with China, India, the Middle East, and East Africa. When European explorers found the ruins, they refused to believe Africans built them. They invented fantasies, like Arabs built it, Phoenicians built it, lost tribes of Israel built it, anything except the truth. But the truth stands. Great Zimbabwe was African genius made stone. Drought, internal conflict, changing trade routes. The city was abandoned, but never conquered. Rhodesia replaced its memory. Zimbabwe reclaimed its name. The Buganda Kingdom, before Uganda existed. Buganda was one of East Africa's most advanced nations. They worshipped Katonda, the creator, alongside spirits like Mukasa and Kibuka, goddess of war. Their kings, Kabakas, ruled with absolute authority. Their clans formed a political system so well structured that British explorers described Buganda as more sophisticated than many European states. Buganda traded bark cloth, ivory, salt, iron, food, crafts. Their army was disciplined. Their navy used canoes so large they looked like floating villages. But religion brought chaos. Some chiefs converted to Christianity, others resisted. Civil war erupted. Britain took advantage. Buganda became a province inside the new colonial creation, Uganda. But the kingdom never died. It still beats like a second heart under the nation. This is Voices of the Forgotten, where Africa's hidden truths rise again. Let's continue. The Kingdom of Congo, DR Congo's ancestor. The Kingdom of Congo was a diplomatic giant. They worshipped Nsambi Ampungi, the supreme god. Priests used spiritual objects, Munkisi, to heal, bless, curse, or protect. Congo controlled copper mines, raffia cloth production, ivory roots, iron forges, trade ports reaching Europe and Asia. When the Portuguese arrived, they came with friendship, then demanded slaves. The Congo resisted. War followed. Portuguese greed tore the kingdom apart. Later, Belgium arrived with even darker intentions, turning the Congo Free State into one of history's greatest crimes. Today's DR Congo sits on the bones of a once great empire, still rich, still wounded. Ndongo, Congo, Angola, the land of Queen Nzinga. Before Angola, the lands of Ndongo and Congo rose like twin kingdoms. Their people honored Ngola, the ancestral spirit, whose name became Angola. Their greatest ruler was the legendary Queen Nzinga Mbande. When Portuguese envoys refused her a chair, she made one of her servants kneel and sat on his back. A message: I kneel for no empire. She outsmarted colonial generals, formed alliances with rival kingdoms, mastered European politics, led armies herself, resisted for 40 years. But after her death, cannons and betrayal broke the kingdoms. The old names vanished. A new one remained, Angola. But Nzinga's shadow still stands tall. Quick list: other African old names: Algeria, l'Algérie, Botswana, Bechuanaland, Burkina Faso, Upper Volta, Burundi, Rwanda Urundi, CAR, Ubangi Shari, Congo Brazzaville, Middle Congo, Djibouti, French Somaliland, Eswatini, Swaziland, Gambia, Kaubu, Guinea, French Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Portuguese Guinea, Kenya, British East Africa, Lesotho, Basutaland, Malawi, Nyasaland, Mauritius, Prince Maurice Island, Morocco, Al-Maghrib, Namibia, German South Africa, Rwanda, Kingdom of Rwanda, Tanzania, Tanganyika, Uganda, Buganda, Zambia, Northern Rhodesia, Zimbabwe, Rhodesia. So now you see, Africa was never a blank map waiting for discovery. It was a world of nations, gold, gods, warriors, scholars, and queens.
Europe did not bring civilization. Africa already had it. They erased the names. They redrew the borders. They hid the kingdoms. But tonight, you helped bring them back. If you want more hidden African history, open the comments. Tell your story. Let the ancestors hear your voice. Because history is not dead. It only sleeps. And now, it has awakened. This is Voices of the Forgotten, where Africa's hidden truths rise again.